6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has inaugurated the Sehat Insaf Card program for erstwhile FATA districts merged with the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. A spectacular historic welcome awaits the Saudi Crown Prince when he arrives in Islamabad tomorrow on a two-day official visit. The President has asked for enhanced cooperation between Pakistan and China as increased interaction between different institutions will further strengthen mutual trust between the two countries. The Foreign Minister says Pakistan has always been in favor of dialogue with the Afghan Taliban regarding peace in Afghanistan, which is imperative for development and progress of the entire region. The Chinese president has said trade talks with the United States will continue in Washington next week. Human Rights Watch says in its reports that Myanmar government has used repressive laws to persecute peaceful critics. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said welfare of the tribal people is one of the priorities of his government. He was addressing the launch of the Sehat Insaf Card scheme for tribal people in Peshawar this evening. The Prime Minister said people of the erstwhile FATA have rendered unmatched sacrifices in the war against terrorism, and it was his desire to help them. Imran Khan said under the health card scheme, every family of the tribal districts will be entitled to get medical treatment from private or government hospitals up to 720,000 rupees. The Prime Minister said the government has also chalked out a special plan for the development of the tribal people. He said a number of projects will be launched for the welfare of the tribal people. He said the government will release funds for development projects in the tribal areas. Schools and hospitals will be reconstructed. Prime Minister Imran Khan has reiterated the commitment of his government to provide all necessary resources for the rehabilitation of the tribal districts and welfare of its people. Presiding over a meeting of the Advisory Committee on Tribal Districts in Peshawar this afternoon, he said all the problems faced by the tribal people will be resolved on priority basis. He directed for expediting the process of bringing the tribal districts into the national mainstream. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, will arrive in Islamabad tomorrow on a two-day official visit to Pakistan on the invitation of Prime Minister Imran Khan. He will be accompanied by a high-powered delegation, including members of the Saudi royal family, key ministers, and leading businessmen. Meanwhile, elaborate arrangements have been made in the federal capital to accord a rousing and warm welcome to the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and his entourage on their arrival tomorrow. Big portraits of Prince Mohammed bin Salman, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, Prime Minister Imran Khan, and President Dr. Arif Alvi have been erected on the Constitution Avenue in Islamabad. Banners and posters inscribed with slogans of Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, friendship and fraternity have also been put on display along the roads. Prime Minister Imran Khan and his cabinet will receive the Saudi Crown Prince and his high-powered delegation at the Noor Khan Air Base. The Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Mohammed Faisal has said the visit of the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia underscores that Pakistan has the potential in terms of both human and natural resources to turn itself into a strong and economically vibrant country. In a tweet, he said Prime Minister Imran Khan had already stated in Dubai that don't miss the boat. In another tweet, Dr. Mohammed Faisal said Saudi Arabia-Pakistan Supreme Coordination Council, led by the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and Prime Minister Imran Khan, will be launched during the visit of the Saudi Prince to Pakistan. He said Saudi Arabia-Pakistan Supreme Council will help the two countries for effective coordination and follow-up to achieve mutually agreed objectives. In another tweet, the Foreign Office spokesperson said Pakistan and Saudi Arabia will sign a memorandum of understanding on combating organized crimes during the visit of the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. He said an agreement in the field of youth and sports will also be signed. The President, Dr. Arif Alvi, has stressed the need for enhanced people to people contact between Pakistan and China, as increased interaction between different institutions, academia, and think tanks will further strengthen mutual trust and understanding between the two countries. The President said this while talking to the Vice Chairman of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, Chow Yuniong, in Islamabad today. The leader of the House and the Senate, Senator Syed Shibli Faraz, and Chinese Ambassador Yao Xing were also present on the occasion. The president said Pakistan attaches great importance to China-Pakistan economic corridor and is committed to its early completion. Meanwhile, member National Assembly Gul Zafar Khan and member Provincial Assembly Sindh Halim Adil Sheikh also called on the President Dr. Arif Alvi in Islamabad and discussed matters of mutual interest. This is Radio Pakistan. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has said Pakistan has always been in favor of dialogue with the Afghan Taliban regarding peace in Afghanistan, which is imperative for the development progress of the entire region. In an interview with a German newspaper in Munich today, he said Islamabad has played its due role in the Afghan peace process and will do so in future as well. He said today Pakistan stance regarding peace in Afghanistan is being vindicated regarding the Indian allegations over yesterday's suicide attack in occupied Kashmir. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said, since day one, we have been desirous of good relations with all our neighbors, including India. The foreign minister said India should also refrain from leveling unfounded allegations against Pakistan. The Chinese President Xi Jinping says trade talks with the United States will continue in Washington next week. According to state media, he expressed the hope that the two sides will be able to reach a mutually beneficial deal in the upcoming negotiations. He said talks in Beijing this week made progress and that China is willing to solve economic and trade disputes with the United States. In Myanmar, the government has used repressive laws to prosecute peaceful critics. The Human Rights Watch, in its report, dashed hopes the criminalization of peaceful expression in Myanmar, said freedom of expression has been deteriorating since Aung San Suu Kyi's administration came into power in 2016, with prosecutions creating a climate of fear among the journalists. Meanwhile, the United Nations has sought $920 million this year to support more than 900,000 Rohingya refugees who fled their homes in Myanmar in the wake of a brutal military crackdown in 2017. The United States Secretary of State Mike Pompeo met the European Union top diplomat Federica Mogherini in Brussels today. His meeting with the European Union foreign policy chief came a day after Vice President Mike Pence accused America's traditional European allies of trying to undermine United States sanctions against Iran. Meanwhile, speaking at NATO, Federica Mogherini said the United States and the European Union had different views on the Iran nuclear deal. In Nigeria, presidential elections will be held tomorrow. The top two presidential candidates of the polls include ruling All Progressive Congress Party President Muhammadu Buhari and the People's Democratic Party leader Atiku Abubakar. Eminent academician Dr. Parvez Iqbal Chima passed away in Islamabad today after a short illness. His funeral prayers will be offered at the Quaid-e-Azam University Cricket Ground at 6:30 p.m. today. Dr. Parvez Iqbal Chima was currently working as the Dean Faculty of Contemporary Studies at the National Defence University, Islamabad. And now cricket. The fourth edition of the Pakistan Super League against Multan Sultan at Dubai, Karachi Kings were 176 runs for the loss of 6 wickets in 19.8 overs a short while ago. Karachi Kings won the toss and elected to bat. In another match of the league, Peshawar Zalmi will face Quetta Gladiators at 9 p.m. this evening. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. Fog is also expected in Upper Sindh and plain areas of the Punjab during morning and night hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.